Wyatt Earp was born on March 19, 1848, in the enchanting town of Monmouth, nestled in the verdant landscapes of western Illinois. He was the beloved son of Nicholas Porter Earp, a battle-hardened veteran who had faced the trials of life, and Virginia Ann Cooksey, who brought warmth and solidity to the family. Nicholas, having endured the profound heartache of losing his first wife, entered into this second marriage with children from his earlier union. Among them were an older half-brother, Newton, whose experience shaped much of Wyatt's early life, and a delicate half-sister named Maria Ann. Sadly, the joys of family life were overshadowed by tragedy when Maria Ann's life was cut short at the tender age of just 10 months. Her brief existence left a deep and lasting imprint on the family's portrayal, intertwining love and loss in their shared history. Wyatt received his first name as a tribute to a figure of great respect in his family's history, Captain Wyatt Barry Stapp. Captain Stapp was a distinguished leader who served honorably in the 2nd Company of the Illinois Mounted Volunteers during the storied Mexican-American War. This pivotal conflict not only shaped the nation's future, but also left a lasting mark on the lives of all who fought. The legacy of military service and bravery that defined Captain Stapp's career would later resonate powerfully throughout Wyatt Earp's own journey, as he carved out his reputation as one of the most legendary lawmen of the American West. Wyatt's name served as a constant reminder of courage and honor, influencing his actions and decisions in a world often characterized by lawlessness and adventure. In the spring of 1849, fueled by the allure of new opportunities and the thrill of adventure, the Earp family made the decision to leave their quaint hometown of Monmouth, Illinois. With dreams of striking it rich and a heart full of optimism, they set their sights westward towards California, a place teeming with the intoxicating promise of wealth and fortune amidst the fervor of the gold rush. As they ventured onward, navigating through rugged terrains and unpredictable weather, the harsh realities of their journey began to unfold. Each mile brought challenges that tested their resolve, from scarce resources to difficult living conditions. Ultimately, after much deliberation and introspection, they chose to establish their roots in the lush and fertile plains of Iowa, where the soil was rich and the promise of a stable life seemed more attainable than the elusive gold that shimmered in the distance. Upon their arrival in Iowa, the Earp family wholeheartedly embraced the myriad challenges and rewards that farm life had to offer. They set up a homestead that sprawled across a remarkable 160 acres, nestled approximately 7 miles northeast of the charming town of Pella. This fertile region, abundant in natural resources and brimming with agricultural potential, would play a pivotal role in the shaping of formative years of young Wyatt Earp. With its rolling fields and rich soil, the land demanded toil and dedication. Days were filled with the rhythmic sound of plows breaking new ground and the labor of planting crops under the expansive Iowa sky. This rigorous lifestyle was not without its trials, yet the sweat and effort invested in nurturing their land forged a deep connection for Wyatt to the land itself. Through these early experiences, Wyatt absorbed profound lessons in resilience and determination, qualities that would later come to define his life and the many endeavors he would pursue. On March 4, 1856, Nicholas Earp made a significant decision that would impact the trajectory of the family's history. He decided to sell the family farm, a choice that highlighted the shifting circumstances of his life. Following this decision, he moved to the developing community of Turtle, Illinois. In Turtle, Nicholas aimed to establish his family's presence and make contributions to the community's progress. His efforts were recognized when he was elected as the municipal constable, a position that demanded leadership and dedication to public service. During his 3-year tenure in this role, Nicholas encountered various challenges associated with maintaining law and order in a rapidly evolving town. These experiences not only influenced his personal values and approach to justice, but also laid the groundwork for the future prominence of the Earp family in the West. Despite his initial promise as a constable, scandal soon eclipsed his tenure. In 1859, he found himself entangled in legal troubles that would forever tarnish his reputation when he was apprehended and convicted of bootlegging, a serious infraction in light of the strict legal codes of the era. This offense carried heavy repercussions. The fines imposed upon him were steep, a financial burden he simply could not bear. To recoup these penalties, authorities imposed a lien on the family property, an action that loomed over them like a dark cloud, amplifying their already precarious financial situation. Unfortunately, the stress of these mounting debts ultimately led to a heartbreaking auction of the Earps' cherished property in November of that year. This loss was not just a mere financial setback. It marked a pivotal turning point that dramatically reshaped the Earps' family future, casting a long shadow over their lives for years to come. Nicholas Earp might be described as colorful or larger than life. However, a more accurate description reveals a man marked by irresponsibility and instability. Nicholas had a habit of avoiding his financial obligations, frequently leaving debts unpaid and creditors in distress. His struggles with alcohol further complicated his life, casting a shadow over his relationships and responsibilities. Moreover, his tendency to bully created an environment of tension and fear. For those who called him father, especially Wyatt, life under Nicholas Earp's roof was likely filled with challenges and complexities that shaped the brothers' formative years. Faced with these unfortunate circumstances, the Earp family was compelled to leave Turtle and move to Peoria, Iowa in search of a fresh start. Despite this change of scenery, Nicholas continued to grapple with the fallout from his past actions. Throughout 1860, he frequently returned to Monmouth, Illinois to manage his other properties and confront various legal challenges. These included settling multiple lawsuits related to his debts and defending himself against allegations of tax evasion, which haunted him and further complicated the family's financial struggles during this tumultuous period. During the family's sojourn in Peoria, Iowa, the wave of the American Civil War began to crush across the nation. On November 11, 1861, in response to the growing conflict, Newton, James, and Virgil Earp enlisted in the Union Army, embarking on a path that would change their lives forever. As their father dedicated his efforts to recruiting and drilling local companies to bolster the Union ranks, the responsibility of maintaining the family's well-being fell upon the shoulders of the 3 younger brothers. At the age of 13, Wyatt Earp, not yet old enough to enlist, found himself in a position of responsibility and yearning. He diligently tended to their 80-acre corn crop alongside his 2 younger siblings, Morgan and Warren. However, Wyatt felt an ardent desire to join the fight, mirroring the bravery of his brothers and the valor of the soldiers he admired. Driven by this impulsive determination, he attempted to run away several times to enlist in the Army, only to be thwarted by his vigilant father, who consistently retrieved him and brought him back home.
Thinking about getting into registered livestock but don't have a ranching background? You are not alone. On From the Pasture with Hired Hand, we talk with breeders from all walks of life, some born into it, others learning as they go. Hear their stories, mistakes, and hard-earned lessons about raising pedigree livestock, navigating genetics, and making a name in their industry. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts or visit hiredhandsoftware.com and stay connected.
The war's harsh realities soon impacted the family. James Earp, one of the enlisted brothers, experienced the grim toll of combat when he was severely wounded during a battle in Fredericktown, Missouri. This traumatic event would shape his character and perspective. After enduring the harrowing experiences of the war, he returned home during the summer of 1863, not only bearing the physical scars of battle, but also the emotional weight that comes with surviving such conflict. Meanwhile, Newton and Virgil Earp were engaged in several fierce battles on the eastern theaters of the war, their stories intertwining with the larger narrative of the nation's struggle. After many demanding months of service and witnessing the horrors of war, both brothers eventually returned home. Ultimately, on May 12, 1864, the Earp family decided to join a wagon train bound for California, embarking on a new chapter in their lives amidst a country still embroiled in war. The journey promised hope for new beginnings, adventures, and the chance to forge a fresh path away from the conflicts that had impacted them so profoundly. By the late summer of 1865, Virgil Earp had triumphed in securing a coveted position as a driver for Phineas Banning's esteemed stagecoach line. This vital transportation network wove through the arid yet majestic expanses of California's Imperial Valley, a region defined by its jagged mountains and expansive desert. Virgil's spirited younger brother, Wyatt, had recently celebrated his 16th birthday. His eagerness to embark on this arduous adventure was evident in his bright eyes. With hearts brimming with ambition and a fervent desire for exploration, the brothers embarked on their daily journeys, skillfully navigating the cumbersome stagecoach along narrow, winding roads that embraced precipitous canyons and traversed towering peaks. They confronted the harsh realities of their environment, from the oppressive heat of the midday sun to the abrupt and forceful rainstorms that could transform the landscape in an instant. As they embarked on their daily journeys, the brothers refined their expertise in maintaining both the majestic horses and the cumbersome stagecoach, a delicate equilibrium of technical proficiency and instinctual comprehension of the animal's emotional states and movements. With each expedition, their proficiency in deciphering the subtle cues of the surrounding environment heightened, enabling them to anticipate potential obstacles and prioritize the comfort and well-being of their passengers. Despite the arduous nature of their days and the challenges they encountered, the bond between the brothers strengthened. The exhilaration of adventure coursed through their veins, filling their hearts with a sense of purpose as they traversed one of California's most rugged and awe-inspiring regions. Their camaraderie, forged through shared promises of novel discoveries, sustained their spirits and their unwavered determination. In 1866, Wyatt Earp, a teamster, embarked on a transformative journey across America. Vital to the booming economy, he transported essential goods across vast, perilous expanses. Entrusted to Chris Taylor's flourishing enterprise, Earp played a crucial role in the region's commerce. His thrilling adventure began in Wilmington, reloaded in San Bernardino, braved Las Vegas, and culminated in Salt Lake City, a growing settlement in Utah Territory. During these pivotal years from 1866 to 1868, Wyatt Earp immersed himself in the complex world of logistics. He learned to manage the rigorous demands of transporting goods and navigate the unforgiving landscapes that often sought to thwart his efforts. Each journey sharpened his navigation skills, instilling a profound understanding of the land's geography and hidden challenges. In the spring of 1868, Wyatt Earp's career took a significant and exciting turn when he secured a position with Charles Chrisman. This new role placed Wyatt at the forefront of an ambitious and transformative project, the construction of the Union Pacific Railroad. This massive endeavor aimed to forge a vital connection between the rapidly expanding eastern states and the untamed western territories of the United States symbolizing a major step toward national cohesion and economic growth. As part of his responsibilities, Wyatt found himself managing the transportation of essential supplies necessary for the construction crews working tirelessly in the rugged and often unforgiving Wyoming Territory. The terrain was challenging, and the environment, characterized by its vast open spaces and unpredictable weather, demanded both skill and resilience from those who navigated it. During his time at the railhead, Wyatt immersed himself in the labor of rail construction and the rich and varied local culture that thrived among the workers and travelers passing through. This exposure sparked an interest in two popular pastimes, gambling and boxing. Both served as vital social outlets amidst the hard labor. The railhead became a hub for these activities, drawing in diverse crowd eager for entertainment and camaraderie after long days of rigorous work. Wyatt's entry into the world of boxing culminated in a notable event where he had the honor of refereeing a high-profile match between two well-known fighters of the era, John Chansey and Mike Donovan. This experience showcased Wyatt's growing involvement in the sports community and helped refine his reputation as fair and knowledgeable official in the ring. The match attracted significant attention, further elevating Wyatt's status and providing him with valuable connections in the thriving sports and entertainment arena of the time. Through these experiences, Wyatt Earp transcended the role of a mere observer and actively participated in shaping America's life during a pivotal era in history. In the spring of 1868, the Earp family once again sought a fresh start as they made their way eastward to the town of Lamar, Missouri. Here, Wyatt Earp's father, Nicholas Porter Earp, took on the significant role of a local constable, tasked with maintaining law and order in the community. In 1869, Wyatt reconnected with his family the following year, returning to Lamar to share in their new life. As the dynamics of local governance shifted, Nicholas Earp made a pivotal decision on November 17, 1869, resigning from his position as constable to ascend to the role of Justice of the Peace, where he could preside over legal matters with greater authority. Following in his father's footsteps, Wyatt eagerly embraced the opportunity to serve his community, and on November 26th, he was appointed constable, a position of considerable responsibility. In a formal gesture of commitment to his new role, Wyatt filed a bond valued at $1,000, ensuring his reliability and integrity in the eyes of the law. To back this bond, he enlisted the support of his trusted sureties, his father, Nicholas, his paternal uncle, Jonathan Douglas Earp, who had been a guiding presence throughout Wyatt's life, and James Maupin, a reliable community member. Together, they underscored the importance of loyalty and family in their endeavors to uphold justice in Lamar. In the waning months of 1869, a pivotal chapter unfolded in the life of Wyatt Earp. It was during this time that he encountered Urilla Sutherland, a spirited and determined young woman, born around 1849. Urilla, the daughter of esteemed hotel owners William and Permilla Sutherland, grew up in New York City. The undeniable chemistry between Wyatt and Urilla blossomed into a profound connection, culminating in a heartfelt wedding ceremony on January 10, 1870. They exchanged vows in Lamar, a modest yet charming town that would come to bear witness to both their aspirations and their heartaches. As the season transitioned into spring, hope filled the air. Wyatt and Urilla envisioned a promising future together. In August 1870, they acquired a humble plot of land on the fringes of Lamar for $50, a notable investment for a couple just beginning their journey. Their dreams, however, were cruelly interrupted when Urilla fell gravely ill with typhoid fever. Despite Wyatt's unwavering love and support, she succumbed to the relentless illness while pregnant with their first child. The loss sent shockwaves through Wyatt, leaving him engulfed in sorrow and despair. In the aftermath of Urilla's tragic passing later that same year, Wyatt faced the daunting reality of navigating life without her. In November, he made the heart-wrenching choice to sell the lot and the modest home they had hoped to fill with love and laughter. Letting go of the property for $75 was a bittersweet moment, symbolizing both the end of their shattered dreams and the painful necessity of moving forward. Determined to rise from the ashes of personal tragedy, Wyatt redirected his focus toward his ambitions and entered the political arena, running for the position of constable. The election was particularly intense as it pitted him against his older half-brother Newton, heightening the stakes of the competition. Demonstrating remarkable resolve and rallying support from the local community, Wyatt emerged triumphant, securing 137 votes to Newton's 108. This victory not only signified a critical turning point in Wyatt's life, but also set him on an unwavering path toward future pursuits that would ultimately forge his legend in the annals of the American West.
Goodness gracious, how did we get here? Seems like somewhere we made a wrong turn, and I wasn't watching, and I couldn't see.
That's it for now. We have some thrilling news to share. Wild West Podcast is taking your listening experiences up a notch with the launch of exclusive content. For only $3 a month, you'll gain access to premium material packed with in-depth analysis and expert insights into the fascinating history we love to explore. Your support is vital in helping us uncover the real stories of the American West. Join us on this incredible journey. Subscribe today. Don't forget, you can catch all our episodes on popular platforms like Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, and at wildwestpodcast.buzzsprout.com. Plus, connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/wildwestpodcast and dive into our YouTube channel. Get ready for an unforgettable adventure as we take you deep into the heart of the Wild West in our upcoming podcast series, all about the legendary Wyatt Earp. This exhilarating journey will trace Wyatt's fascinating life, starting from his early days in Peoria and making stops in Ellsworth and Wichita, Kansas, before we follow him to the storied streets of Dodge City. As we explore his remarkable transformation from horse thief to con artist into a celebrated lawman, you'll witness how Wyatt became a symbol of justice on the rugged frontier. As the unwavering marshal of his town, he dedicated himself to the mission of restoring order, ensuring that schoolhouses and churches emerge in the community, overshadowing the chaos of gambling halls and booming saloons. Join us as we unravel the captivating story of a man who epitomized Western survival and fought for a civilized society in the untamed expanses of the West. Trust us, you won't want to miss this thrilling ride.